Hi guys, so I know we are way past the new year, right? Like, if you're all with me, then you know, family, life, all of that stuff gets in the way. So, I know I promised a lot of you at Stage Light Records last year that I would keep up with a lot of things that I was unable to do, which is kind of really sad because, like, family, health, you name it, it all got in the way. And it meant that I didn't have the same amount of time for the business that I used to originally have, where I was putting up like the videos and whatnot, and it was just really sad. So basically I was just like, you know what, today is a definite, I must give you what you came for, right? So as you may well see, I am doing my makeup crazily whilst I am doing this video for you lot. And yes, you may well see my beautiful nails, right? Yes, nails for days, and yes, guys. So basically, those of you that are keeping up with me on social media will realise that I haven't really been able to post anything business-wise at the moment. That's solely because a lot of my time is going into uni, and I am looking at new ways to keep you interested. To be honest with you, a lot of you have gone quite quiet on me, and those that haven't, I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Like, you're like best of the best. You are everything, to be quite honest with you. And solely this video is to help us kind of reignite. As you can hear, I've been listening to a range of different music, which is kind of helping me, because I know I promised my EP to a lot of you last year, and I started to have like major issues, like trying to get it done, and it came to a point where I was just like, this is not fair because I can't seem to keep up with this. So if we are honest, we are kind of back to a square one with my EP. Not because I don't want to complete it, but because I'm looking at other things to do to help us, as it's just hard as a musical writer to basically do all of this. Like, oh really, do we really have time for this kind of thing? That is the worry with starting my EP, because I don't want too many tracks, but I want the right tracks on it, if you understand what I mean when it comes to it. And that's solely because I want it to have a really, really nice feel to it. Solely because I started doing a lot of music a few years ago when I was at college, and when I was doing it, I found that the type of music that I was more into singing and writing was changing, and there was kind of like a no bueno, like I had to readdress some of these issues with basically what I was going to do with it. And it was kind of that moment where I was just a bit like, okay, like, where do I go from here musically? And it wasn't because I was just like, oh, it's gonna change, so I best not do it. It was I started writing last year, and as most writers know, we get a block, or we start to realise that it's not what we want it to be, so we start to do something different. And that is kind of what happened with me, basically, which made it really hard for me to keep up with doing all of this stuff. So I was just like, okay, I decided to focus on more what I was feeling emotionally to kind of help build this record of emotions. So it's been quite fun, but a little bit strange at the same time. If you lot kind of get where I'm coming from. So I've had to kind of refocus my music on me basically, and in doing so, I started to realise I was going through a lot more things that I was willing to kind of be honest about in my music, emotionally and mentally. So I've kind of been working on me rather than working on the music, because your music is a reflection of who you are as an artist, and whatever you put out, you've got to remember it's kind of how your audience interacts with you. Kind of helps me to also realise that I really like helping other people business-wise and understanding things that they are not doing for themselves. So what I did was this year, as the year started, was address the things that I wanted to have done before 2019 is out. So those of you that don't know, if you look at my YouTube, which is Stage Light Records and Private Tutoring, I tend to specialise in producing more beats that are dance. And that's because solely I enjoy a lot of dance music. But I love my bassment. That's right. Those that don't know, I love my bassment. Loving my bassment has been the ultimate help. And when I think about it more, the best bit about music is the reflection of what you want to come out of it. So Stage Light Records is not just a platform for music, but it's a platform to teach each individual that you are everything basically that you possibly want to be. So if you are all still with me, what I will be telling you is that I am most definitely contemplating writing some dance music. I want dance music solely because dance music is so now. Everyone thinks the industry is solely on. Everyone thinks the industry is solely on it's got to be trap music. If you don't want the truth, it's not on trap music. It's really not. So stay with me when I'm telling you about this. I'm contemplating that I want to do a lot more of my music now on a dance, soca and a bit of fashion. I never thought I would vocally move that way, but all musical artists will tell you one thing is, wherever music takes you, you follow it. It's whatever beats in your heart, and this is what's beating in my heart. This is what I want. This is literally what I want. So I'm working on a EP for both my normal little ballads, soca thing, and that is solely because I think, how can I put it? I think that the best vibe that I get is when I go out and I'm always happy to do that. I want to listen to that. I want to hear something that's uplifting. So if it's uplifting, why not, right? So that's what I am now doing. I'm now working on 2 EPs. One is only going to have about 2 tracks there, guys, so don't kill me for it, please. It's only because I want to know if you are feeling it. There is no point in going all the way in with an EP and no one's feeling it the way you want it to be felt. You feel like it's a waste of your time. So I'm going to try a little something, yeah? Let's touch on the fact that Stage Light Records has been established now for a while. Those of you that don't know, Stage Light Records was originally it was under the original name of Totally Music Club, solely because the name to me had so much more poignant and value, and the value of the music was what I collectively thought everything was just totally music and music orientated. And if you want the truth, music is a business, and that is why I chose to study music business. So touching on some of the stuff that I now do in business is because solely with music business, guys, there is such a big area in music. So many people only go into the industry as artists, and as we see it in the music business, you are basically our babies. We have got to manage, look after you, and give you that little oomph and make sure you're up in the morning and make sure you're promoting. And so that's part of the reason why I stepped away from the recording side for a little bit, because basically I need to concentrate on me as an artist as well as business. I did that because I genuinely realised that I miss singing. And I could go out anytime, any place and do whatever, but guess what? It just wasn't what I wanted it to be, innit? And it wasn't making me happy like it used to be. So I was just like, how do I change it? And where am I gonna go from there? Like, what am I gonna do to make sure that I feel like I'm getting something out of my business? But it was also about what I thought I would be offering personally to the artists that I advised, which was kind of a wake-up call to work on my career as much as I'm helping anybody else work on theirs. So for those of you that's like, oh, I didn't realise you did that. I did that because I want to help other people in the industry in their careers, because we got so many artists that know little to none about the business, and they're just the artists that everyone's looking after, and then suddenly it's that question of, oh, why do you not know this, and oh, shouldn't you know that, and oh, but this, or the other. And let's be honest, guys, not everybody knows exactly where they're going in this business. Some people generally, when I say generally do kind of need the help of someone that knows that little bit more about them, and oh, they're not gonna feel like basically, oh, I'm being told this, that, and the other, and I don't understand. Loads of people underestimate the person that basically happens to be, oh, I'll help you and I will explain this to you and all of that. And if I'm honest with you, guys, you do need artist management. No matter how small an area the artist management is, it really does help. Um, and I'm telling you that this because as an artist, if I did not have the people that I have behind me at uni and the people that I met at college, I think I would cry most days. And that's because sometimes as an artist, we forget just how much help we need. We really do. We forget that in so many ways, these are the people that are going to be there. They're going to give you that little bit of help. They do the most, and this is why I offer this service. And some may look at my prices and be like, oh wow, they're kind of steep, and oh, could it not be like a little cheaper? If you feel that you can't afford some of my prices, which I understand, times are getting really hard. I get it. And your girl's here for you. We can talk about a way to manage whatever it is that you want us to manage so that you don't feel that you are spending what you don't have, because that's understandable. I get it. We're not all rich and some of us are working, and you want to be able to say, yes, I can still do whatever it is and get to that point. It's okay. I get it. I get it because it's hard. I get it because I'm a mum, and there's a lot of musicians that are mums, and they want to be able to say, "Ah, God, I don't want to empty my bank account just because I want to be able to get from A to B or from B to C." Um, that's fine. Like we can work together, and when we work together to set a budget that is acceptable, that I'm willing to work for it. But you're gonna commit to it, because I don't want to commit to nobody that is not, number one, not gonna keep up, because time is money, people. That's the first one, right? Time is money. Don't waste nobody's time, and don't waste your time if you're not gonna keep up, right? Doesn't make any sense. You need to keep up with these things. As artists, you can't just start something and then just be like, nope, not doing it no more, because it doesn't go like that. It really doesn't. It doesn't go like that. And in fact, it's unfair. It's unfair to get somebody involved in something that you're not willing to keep up with. It's really, really unfair. Really, really unfair, because then people feel like, okay, do you not think that I have other things that I want to do or whatever it is? And you do have to also set accountability when you take on somebody. So I'm starting this webinar in about, I don't know, maybe two or so weeks. That's because I've got to balance that, by the way, guys, with uni and my other business. So please don't kill me if you don't get me straight away. My number is on my site. If you want to be able to contact me, you've got me on Facebook. Don't make no sense that some of you have me on Facebook and you don't message me about it. I don't just sing, I write. I don't just write, I produce. I don't just produce, I advise. I don't just advise, I help to tutor. That is who I am. I am the middleman that has made it up so that I divide my time equally for everybody that needs me. Like, don't worry, I'm not gonna be like, oh god, like I've got to like deal with you quickly and run off to another person, because that's not who I am. If I dedicate time to help you build something as an artist, then that's exactly what I will do. I will dedicate that time and make sure that you feel satisfied with whatever you're paying for from me, because I know, number one, customer satisfaction is everything, right? So we went a little silent for a bit. Sorry about that. But I'm at an uplifting stage with music where I think loads of people are a little bit like, oh, you said you was going to do this and you said you was going to do that and you didn't keep up with it. I understand. It's frustrating, right? But guys, please bear with me. I'm also a mum. And kids don't work to nobody's schedule. So when they're sick, I promise you right now, that's where I'm at. I'm not curled up in my bed where you lot probably think I am. I promise you. I'm really not. So a lot of good things to come out this year for us musically. If you are also following me for my music or my hair, my makeup, you can also get me on my other channel, because I do good food, and that's solely because my diet recently changed. But I've got a very sweet daughter and I've got a son that's not intelligent, and I've got one child that is just like, I'm not allergic to all them stuff, mum. I'm really lucky. Which is so nice to have at least one out of the whole bunch. Well, I say that now when it's like, suddenly you realise, yeah, he's the one that's got every single thing that he's allergic to. No, totally, he's not. But in all seriousness, I'm going to be doing my best to keep up with this. So right after this one, I'm going to be recording the video for the end of this week. So I'm going to try and get one out by next week, Thursday, Friday. And that's solely because, guys, I think it's time for us to expect a little bit more from Stage Right Records. Like, we're 3 years in, and I know a lot of you must be like, what is going on? Like, we don't really see much from you, boy. You say you're doing this and you haven't kept up with it. I will do. But I'm balancing that. And I'm balancing you. And I'm balancing the kids. And I'm balancing my family. And I'm balancing also trying to take on an internship. Yeah, your girl's busy. Your girl's busy. I know, I must be like stupid crazy to be taking on like all these 101 things that I'm taking on. But do you know why I do it? I do it because I think you lot are amazing, for one, because some of you interact with me more than anything. And I think the best thing that I could do as a nice like gesture to say, oh, thank you, is to keep up with making my own videos, because why not? Like, I like to do these lot. Like, an adult interaction is just great, right? I know a lot of you must be like, oh, she hasn't got on her lashes today. No, you know what? I can't be bothered with all of that today. I really can't. So, for those of you wondering what colour this is, it's like a green in by my eyes, mixed with the blue and the gold. This is solely because, why not, yeah? Keep colour going on. Like, I just got normal, like, colour back in my hair. It feels very strange, guys. I really do. It feels very strange. Like, literally, to have this colour, like, just, it's just weird. It's weird, yeah? I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels very strange. But saying that, like, we gonna almost wrap this video up because it's like the longest video ever. but this is just me making up for time with you all, to be quite honest with you. Simply because I miss my people. I really do. I know I don't just miss you lot, but you lot help me to understand a lot of what you want, which is like the best bit ever. And I enjoy talking to you lot because you help me business wise, you help me on a whole knowing who I am when it comes to my music, and who else but the people that will be listening to my music as the best way to understand where we're going. Who else but use lot to say, oh, that maybe if you tried this, that it would be just like a ooh. So yes, I'm playing a lot of the new music in the background, as some of you can hear. You must be like, oh, she's playing like an array of music, and like I'm playing these musics because a lot of them are helping me to kind of go through my little emotions, and like listening to other songs sometimes helps you to figure out where you fit in the gap or what's different about your music that you're bringing. So let's keep it real. This is where I'm going to be kind of saying goodbye to you all. I suggest you all who don't really listen to my music, head to my YouTube, head to my website, and I will most definitely be seeing you all real soon. I can't express how much I appreciate you lot, because I really do. I really, really do. And we will talk later. I may take a snapshot of this face right here, this pretty little thing. Put it up so you all can all see what it looks like after I put my lippy on. Finish matting it out. Looking all on fleek. Yes, your girl's looking good. Gonna take this hair down. If you're waiting for the next video for the other website, stay tuned. And I will see you all later. Peace out, guys. Blessed up from stage lights for the whole of the new year.